Hello everyone, Drew Wilson of Your Era Gamer here. Today we'll be traveling to the year of 2017. This is when the Nintendo Switch game, Super Mario Odyssey, was released. This is the first major Mario title for this particular console. So, I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's check this one out. I've been waiting a very long time to finally be able to do this. I am really excited because this is the first ever Nintendo Switch title. And it's kind of a return to what I've been more or less used to. Just... It's a double jump. Alright. I'm assuming those are like similar, at least similar in design for booze. Anyway, when I was growing up, I actually grew up in part with the N64. So what happens? Really brought quite the ringer. Cap Kingdom under attack by a month. Yeah, such. Yeah, so very standard storyline so far. So has a little bit more of a cinematic look than at least the Nintendo 64 version. I did skip a few consoles, specifically the Wii and the Wii U. All airships in the Rick and then attack. Alright. Mario games tend to go back and forth on how cinematic it goes. I think Super Mario 64 was less than cinematic. This is definitely more. I know Super Mario RPG, like the original Super NES title. It had a little bit more cinematography going for it, even though it was like a pseudo 2D or pseudo 3D platform. So this is what you first get to. Cappy is now your companion. Try throw me with Y. I'm so used to Y being all the way up. Shake the Joy-Cons to throw it. Okay. Cool. I have the Joy-Cons in the holder for the time being, so apparently you can still do it, but it's probably better to... Can I get through that? Cool. Now, I have played Super Mario Sunshine. Wasn't the greatest as far as I could tell, but I'm also kind of in a bit of a minority as well. There's more coins, and yeah, I just wasn't necessarily my style of game, I don't think. But I do remember. I'm assuming that's a bad idea. Why the sign's there? Okay. But I know Super Mario 64 I enjoyed to death, essentially. I think I played that game a couple times. But I remember there being like 100 coins, you get a star for the Super Mario 64. And I have a feeling this is different because of the way the counter is looking. Entrance is up ahead. And yeah, so far this game does feel has a very familiar feel to it. Not necessarily Like, there's obviously differences. Cappy is definitely a big difference. Also, I'm sure there's plenty of players that would get through this within, like, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. No, I'm not small ant. I remember coins giving life at one point. So life is separate this time around. Okay. I remember one of the there was a bit of a design issue that was kind of not well thought out, and that was your health being tied to your air. So if I'm in the water like this, I would restore health. That was a big thing on the N64. That was kind of silly in retrospect. Try throwing me to a frog. Okay. Now, to be fair, Mario games have always had a bit of a trip feeling to it. Like the fuzzies in not Yoshi's Story, but it was the Yoshi game for the Super Nintendo with Baby Mario. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on the title. I don't know why. And you got like really dizzy. Holy, that's a lot of height. Let's start with the bottom. I'm wondering if coins are actually a currency in this game, that you actually buy stuff with it. Because that's like the only thing I could think of as to why you'd be collecting coins if it's not for free lives. Okay, that has rings on it. Let's go with that. Yeah. My curiosity. Alright. Gonna see if I can get a little bit further into this game a little bit here. I know I'm skipping some things. Press ZL to return to normal. ZL. Still getting used to the controls. Extra health. Yeah, it's just a light. Okie dokie. So we can get extra health. Those I remember being in Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, so that makes a return. I'm not getting free lives for 100 coins. Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing the occasional small ant video, and he was speedrunning a little bit, and I tried to avoid the videos a little bit, but at least only because of for spoiler purposes. But the few that I did kind of found myself seeing, it was interesting, but I'm not obviously as fast. I've never played this game before. He's probably played it like 1,000,000 times. Alright. That gives health, okay. Good to know. That was actually a fairly straightforward fight. Alright. I made some progress in this. Move. Alright. Interesting intro so far, to say the least, and we're going into the cinematics. Yeah, I guess that's 10 minutes, so far this has a pretty good feel to it. I mean, I probably was better off not putting the Joy-Cons in the controller, but yeah, so far it's got pretty good graphics. It feels pretty good. Like, the gameplay overall, like, it has a smooth feel to it. It's fairly straightforward to really actually get used to. Definitely a lot of interesting mechanics that's been thrown at me right away. So I'm gonna see how the overall feel is moving forward. So yeah, yeah. So I guess that is it. So yeah, I wanted to hear from you. What did you think of, for those of you who have played this game, what did you think of Super Mario Odyssey? Was this a really good, memorable game? Was this like a good return to form for Nintendo? Or maybe you've always liked the Mario games, and this is just the latest one that's really nails it? So yeah, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on that. For those of you who haven't played this particular game but have played other Mario games, what'd you think of what you saw so far? Does this look like the kind of game that you'd be into trying to play, or is this maybe there's just so much going on right now, like, that you see that maybe it deviates from the standard Mario game to you? Maybe that's a little bit kind of a weird thing for you. Let me know, like, I don't know, but let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, what you saw. And for those of you who haven't really played a Super Mario game, which would be actually kind of impressive, a lot of people have, but never played this particular, I never actually played any Mario games. So what'd you think of what you saw here? Does this look like kind of an interesting game, a kind of fun, relaxing, chilled out game for you to play? Or maybe this isn't really your speed, you maybe prefer something a little more dramatic or whatever. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on all this. So I guess that is all for now, and until next time, what is your era?